Take a deep breath and hold it. Now let it go. Did you feel that? You've been holding your breath without noticing dozens of times today, and it has nothing to do with your lungs. 1. It was never about your lungs. It's 3:47 in the afternoon. You've been staring at your screen for an hour. Out of nowhere, your chest jolts and you gasp like you'd forgotten how to breathe. Because for the last few minutes, you had. I know what you thought next. You thought something was wrong with you. You are not broken. What just happened is your nervous system, and it has a name. A writer and researcher named Linda Stone first described this back in 2008. She watched 200 people while they answered emails. Around 80 out of every 100 of them held their breath, often for half a minute or longer while they typed. None of them knew they were doing it. That's a normal thing your body does to most people, multiple times a day. One thing before we keep going. If you've started noticing this more in the last few months, especially with chest tightness or a tired feeling that won't lift, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that means at the end. Hold on to it. So why would a perfectly healthy nervous system stop you from breathing while you're answering email? Once you see the reason, the whole thing starts to make sense. 2. Your body has a freeze response older than you are. Have you ever wondered why a deer locks up when you spot it on the road? It doesn't run, it doesn't fight, it just stops, completely still. That moment of stillness is one of the oldest survival tricks in the animal world. You have it too, built into you, active right now. Your body inherited this from ancestors who needed it to survive predators that hunted by movement and sound. If you didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't make a sound, sometimes the danger walked right past you. When the brain spots something it reads as a threat, it can switch your breath off for a second, 10 seconds, or 30. Your chest goes still, your body goes invisible. Here's the catch. Your nervous system hasn't updated its definition of threat in millions of years. To it, a saber-toothed tiger and a stressful email look almost the same. Both trigger the same ancient program. You're not afraid. You're being prey, just for a second, by reflex. That explains why your body can do this. It doesn't explain why you specifically do it 3 or 4 times a day. There's a very specific moment when this gets triggered, and once you spot it, you'll catch yourself instantly. 3. You hold your breath the moment you start to focus. So why does this happen at random moments throughout your day? It comes down to one thing: focus. The instant your brain locks in to something that takes concentration, reading, scrolling, driving in heavy traffic, doing math in your head, it routes energy away from the automatic stuff. And the most automatic thing you do is breathe. So your breath becomes shallow, or stops, briefly, quietly. The whole point is that you don't notice. The deeper the focus, the longer the hold. Linda Stone called this screen apnea because she first saw it in people working at computers. Anywhere your brain says, "This matters, don't miss it," your breath quietly steps aside. That sudden gasp you take when you realize you've been still, that's your nervous system tapping you on the shoulder saying, "Hey, you forgot something." Your breath was never broken. Your body just tucked it away while you focused. If this is shifting how you see your day, hit subscribe. It's the best way to help us reach more people who want to understand their bodies instead of fighting them. But focus isn't the only thing that pulls your breath into hiding. There's something else happening underneath. Every single hour, that almost nobody connects to this. And it might be the real reason your chest feels tight all day. 4. Every shallow breath is a small alarm bell. Why do you feel tightness in your chest for no reason? Why are you tired even though you didn't do anything physical? It's not in your head, it's in your breath. When you hold your breath, even briefly, even by mistake, your body reads it as a sign of danger. Your nervous system was never designed to think, "Oh, they're just reading email." It assumes the worst. So a small chemical alarm goes off. Cortisol nudges higher. Your heart rate creeps up. Your shoulders climb toward your ears. Your jaw tightens. Now picture this happening 50 or 100 times in a single workday. That's 100 tiny alarms. By the time you close your laptop, your body has been on quiet high alert for 8 hours straight, and you have no idea why you feel exhausted, wired, and tense all at the same time. Here's the thing. The big muscle under your lungs that moves your breath sits right next to a long bundle of nerves called the vagus nerve. This nerve is one of the most important calm-down switches in your whole body. When you breathe deep and slow, you press on it gently with each breath, and it tells your body, everything is fine, stand down. When you hold your breath, that switch never gets pressed. So your body stays alert, quietly, all day long. Quick test, right now. Stop reading for 1 second. Pay attention to your shoulders, your jaw, your belly. Are your shoulders pulled up toward your ears? Is your jaw clenched? Is your belly tight? Hold whatever answer you have. In the next minute, I'll explain why those 3 signals tell you exactly how much your body is silently bracing right now. But understanding why your body does this is only the beginning. Here's what changes everything: what your nervous system is actually trying to do for you in those seconds. And once you see it, you'll stop being annoyed by your body and start being grateful for it. 5. Your nervous system is choosing protection over comfort. What if I told you the freeze response, the breath holding, the tight shoulders, the clenched jaw, all of it is your body trying to keep you safe? Look at it this way. There are 2 versions of your nervous system running all the time. One is the gas pedal that gets you ready to react. The other is the brake that lets you rest. In a healthy day, those 2 switch back and forth smoothly. But when life gets loud, when there are too many notifications, too many decisions, too many small worries piling up, your body picks a side. And it picks the gas pedal. Because to your nervous system, being slightly too alert is much safer than being slightly too relaxed. So when your body holds your breath, it's not malfunctioning, it's standing watch. It chose the gas pedal because it chose you. Those tight shoulders are a body that's been guarding you all day. That clenched jaw is a body that didn't want you to lose. That tight belly is a body trying to make you small, just in case. None of it is failure. All of it is loyalty pointed at the wrong direction. But this still doesn't explain why some people hold their breath 10 times a day, and others almost never. The difference comes down to one specific thing happening underneath your daily life, and once you spot it, you can actually shift it. 6. It happens more when you're carrying invisible weight. Have you noticed your breathing gets shallower during stressful weeks? You're not imagining it. Researchers studying breath patterns have found that people under chronic stress show clear changes: shorter breaths, more pauses, more breath holds. The single biggest factor isn't even what you're doing, it's what you've been carrying. Your nervous system is keeping a quiet ledger of everything you're working through. The fight you didn't finish, the text you haven't answered, the future you can't stop thinking about. Each of these is a tiny weight. Each one tells your body, stay alert, just in case. And the body listens. So the breath gets quieter, the chest gets tighter, the freeze response moves closer to the surface. Now go back to those shoulders, that jaw, that belly you noticed earlier. That wasn't bad posture. That was your body holding the weight of your week, all at once, without putting any of it down. The most powerful thing you can do? It's almost embarrassingly simple. A few times a day, take one slow breath, belly out on the inhale, soft, long exhale. 3 or 4 breaths in a row. That's it. That presses the calm switch. Your nervous system just needs to know it's safe. And finally, the question I promised at the start. There's a moment when breath holding stops being normal and starts being a signal. Most people miss it. 7. When breath holding becomes a signal. Here's the simple rule. Catching yourself holding your breath at your laptop is normal? That's screen apnea, and almost everybody does it. Take a deep breath and move on. But if you've been noticing it more and more, with chest tightness that doesn't ease up, dizziness, a racing heart, or feeling like you can't take a full breath even when you try, pay attention. Talk to a doctor if it happens many times a day, if it wakes you up at night, if your partner says you stop breathing in your sleep, or if it comes with sudden panic. Sleep apnea, anxiety disorders, and vagus nerve issues can all show up first as more breath holding, and all of them are very treatable when someone actually looks. Your body chose to hold your breath because it trusted itself to keep you safe. If that trust starts working over time, that's information. So the next time you catch yourself frozen at your screen, jaw tight, chest still, remember what's actually happening. Your breath wasn't broken. Your body was standing watch, quietly, loyally, every single day of your life. You are not broken. You are still here, breathing, even when you forget to.